This is M.
And this is Ken.
And this is just your typical
Boy meets girl.
boy and girl become BFFs.
Straight up BFFs. For life.
Girl asks boy to make some top 5 lists.
Boy decides to film it.
And an internet sensation was born.
Dozens will be entertained.
This is our podcast.
Top 5 Battle Royale.
With cheese.
With cheese.
Welcome.
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 Back, hopefully. Welcome back.
Thank you for joining. Thank you for sticking around these past couple months as we work out the kinks and become amazing. By now, we are internet sensations.
Absolutely.
And we would like to thank you
300 hits
for your
maybe.
support. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, just dominating it. Suck it, Harlem Shake. You are old news. We are top dog on the YouTube right now.
Absolutely.
So, and now that we've woken up from our fantasy, we'd like to thank the 6 people who have watched us on a weekly basis. We appreciate you, Bob, Kevin, Steve, Julie, and Rich.
Much love.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you so
do.
much. Thank you so much for sticking through us. So, yeah, we are here, episode number 12, I think,
12.
right? Yeah.
That's huge.
That is huge.
It's a dozen.
That is a dozen episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Who would have thought we'd make it this far?
This is where we sing the Laverne and Shirley tune, right?
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
I'm fine.
I mean...
No, it's fine.
Shimmy.
It's fine.
All right. We're gonna do it. All right. Nobody.
And we're done.
Nobody tuned in to see us sing. So, okay. So, this week, I got to pick the topic.
You
and because I'm a history nerd, I love museums and whatnot. I decided that we're going to talk about 5 of our most cherished historical events that we would like to go back in time and witness.
A cool topic. I think that was neat.
It
outside
kind
of the box. You were thinking outside
kind
of the box.
Yeah, it kind of inspires. I mean, I don't think we'll have anything, I think we're going to have 10 completely separate.
I think so.
But interesting, fun things. I mean, you could do anything. You could go back to when the cavemen chipped the wheel or something like that, So fun list. Because I got to pick the topic. Emily here
I get to call the
gets to call the coin flip. And if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Two-Face, of our Dear Harvey Dent Two-Face coin, he is now 7-4. And he is on a 7-episode win streak.
Yeah, 7 straight.
So is this
crazy.
So is this sweatshirt.
All right, I am going Two-Face.
Harvey Dent!
Oh, no!
Harvey Dent breaks the streak!
All right.
It has been a rough couple of weeks for Mr. Dent, but he comes through, pulls through at the end of a long darkness. And,
He's been
so I win.
Down and out.
I win. M goes first. So let's hear it, M. Let's hear your...
All right, my number 5 is near and dear to our hearts, I think.
Okay.
I picked the first ever performance of Hamlet by Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's cool.
At the Avon, wouldn't that be awesome?
That'd be awesome. Yeah,
right?
That'd be awesome.
So that's what I picked.
That's super cool.
I thought that would be
awesome.
Cool too.
That would be just a great time period in general.
I think so too.
To go back to.
It would be pretty neat. I don't know. I picked Hamlet because it's my all-time favorite Shakespeare play. It's
a great play.
Yeah, it absolutely.
Long, but great.
Long but great. Yeah. So yeah, that'd be cool.
That is a cool pick. I like that a lot. I do like that a lot.
I figured you would.
My number 5 is kind of somewhat along those lines, I guess.
No way.
Not really, but I mean,
not really.
Well, I mean, entertainment-wise, it has something to do with entertainment. I would like to go back to the day that Mr. Jim Henson created the Muppets.
Oh, that would be cool.
Right? I mean, I love the Muppets. We're probably going to do a Muppet episode very soon. I mean, it's got to happen. I can't believe we haven't. How did we go 12 episodes without it? But, I mean, we've talked about the Muppets a couple times in our books episode. Yep. And, they're just the greatest. And I love them. When I went to the Smithsonian last summer, the first thing I did was I went and I found Archie Bunker's chair.
Okay.
And right next to it, I was lucky. I got the twofer. I got Archie Bunker's chair, and I got Kermit the Frog. And I loved it. It was just awesome. So, yeah. I would love to just go back and just be there. Just be a fly on the wall when Jim and Frank Oz and them are creating those crazy characters that would just be dominant for years to come. So
I like it. That's good.
All right, number 4.
My number 4 is Lincoln's signing of the Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah.
Like now, I mean, Lincoln's just he was just a cool dude.
He's pretty BA.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to be there at his assassination.
Yeah, we said.
So I picked the Emancipation Proclamation because I think that's what he's known for. It's what started the Civil War.
Yeah.
I mean, just what a cool time. Maybe not cool, but
no. I mean,
like important. Incredibly important.
You want to know what my number 4 is?
Yeah, what?
You want to guess what my number 4 is?
I don't know.
The Gettysburg Address.
No way! Look at that! That's awesome! Yeah.
It's one of the greatest speeches of all time.
Yes.
One of the. I mean, I'm a sucker for history, but American history just in general. Because we can actually document American history, whereas some of these other, it just. God, what a great Have you seen the movie Lincoln?
Not yet.
In the beginning of the movie Lincoln, he's talking to some soldiers, and they start spouting out this. They're like, "Oh, we really couldn't hear you. We were all the way in the back," and yet they still knew every freaking word of the Declaration of Independence.
Right.
That's how powerful that speech was
Yeah.
back then. And if you listen to it today, it's still. I mean, everybody knows the beginning of that GD speech. I mean,
I remember memorizing it in 4th grade.
Right? I mean, we've all read it in history, and it would just be so cool to sit there and just see him give that speech. I just think it'd be amazing, and that's pretty cool. Number 4,
pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool. All right, my number 3 here is the invention of the light bulb.
Ooh, Mr. Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. I'm sure that's probably driven by the fact that we live about a hop, skip, and a jump away from Greenfield Village, and how much.
Yeah, it's just such a cool.
And how much does this get drilled into your head?
Yeah.
So I think that would be cool. I mean, Thomas Edison.
Well, it changed. I mean, it changed
everything.
Our lives.
Yeah.
It changed everything. I mean, we're up later now. It's just such a. It's evolved. Humans have evolved because of the light bulb.
Because of that. Yeah.
That's a great one. I wish that was on my list. I'm very jealous because that is an awesome pick.
Thanks.
That is a super, super awesome pick. We have another little bit of a similarity, a cross contamination, if you will. For number 5, Emily would like to go visit and see the first performance of Hamlet. I'd like to see the first performance of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that's cool too.
I think. I mean, Hamlet's but I think. I mean, he's known more for Romeo and Juliet,
very true.
And it was a very. It was a very tough piece for him to write. He had some issues with it, and it'd just be cool to see the Royal Shakespeare Company.
That's what I think too. That'd be amazing.
Just to see, what I would love to see though is I'd love to see how he was reacting during. I would probably watch him
and not. The
I would
show.
probably be staring off into the corner, looking at him the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm I've seen that.
Yeah.
I want to see what Shakespeare thought.
Sure.
Because we've written stuff and then watched it performed.
Oh yeah.
And it's weird.
It is weird.
And none of the stuff that I love you, but none of the stuff that you've written is going to last as long as Romeo and Juliet.
No.
Same here.
Yeah.
So it's that's cool. When you said, I was trying not to laugh when you said that because I'm oh my god,
that's pretty cool. Maybe we could see a double feature. They could do both at the same time.
There you go. Boom.
That'd be cool.
Boom boom.
I'm good with that.
Back to back.
That's awesome. Good.
Me flying the phone.
I know this is not going to be a surprise to anyone after last week's episode.
The moon landing.
But the moon landing, number 2, the moon landing.
That is an awesome number 2.
I mean, and I know, obviously, I know that it's on video and I can see it, and you can see that I'm one small step for man, blah blah blah. But I think and I'm not even saying that I need to be on the moon during the landing. I'm just saying
I would want to be on the moon during the landing.
Being back at that time and the excitement and the patriotism
knows.
And it's just not the same watching it now. How many years into the future? I think it would have.
Everybody remembers where they were when there was. And similarly, I think with the Curiosity rover.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I remember.
How many of us were up at night, nerds with their TV?
Yeah, I was on my computer chatting with some of my friends, on Facebook, just talking watching and there was nothing to see.
There was the Mohawk guy.
We were staring at nerds in a room going like this.
I know, right?
There was the Mohawk guy.
Yep.
There was the weird guy with like the long hair who was sitting between the two people who obviously have slept together because they have this awkwardness going on about them. You know, they had that horrible person trying to like do like
narrate
the MC.
It was awful.
It was so, and then like the adulation,
yes.
when they got word that everything went well, like I got like goosebumps
right.
just watching them just jumping and celebrating with, and I mean, I can't compare it to the moon landing,
right?
But God, that had to have been what it felt like.
I agree, and
I mean,
think
in some way,
and I guess I think I just want like that like that patriotic time, and like we're gonna be the first ones to get there, and you know, all that excitement and anticipation and like.
And the unknown, too, because they've never
unknown.
been.
Right. I think it's you know, I mean, it's great that it was filmed and we can see it now, but it's just not the same. I think, and if I went back, I think I would want to, like, not know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would want to be experiencing it for the first time with everybody else.
Hearing Walter Cronkite for that first time.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, it's just, that's cool. That was cool. Well, interestingly enough, we have a record here.
Yet another.
We are about to have our third
no way.
cross-contamination. Not really. I mean, it's a stretch, but it's there. You wanted to see the invention of the light bulb. I want to go back and visit Mr. Benjamin Franklin as he discovered electricity, which we would not have with the kite and the key in the rainstorm. Because who thought that was a good idea? But he's like my greatest American historical figure. I love Ben Franklin. I did a report on him in 5th grade, and I've just been a huge Ben Franklin nerd ever since. I'll read anything about him. And
there's so much more to him than
that. Like, he's known for that, but I mean, he was instrumental in us becoming a country.
Absolutely.
He was instrumental in us winning the Revolutionary War with his, you know, because of his you know, he was so... you know, good with people, so they sent him overseas, and he became, you know, he made friends with the Dutch and the French, and because of that, we were able to win the Revolutionary War. But I mean, he's so associated with the kite and the key, and it would just be so cool to be there and just see that, and who would have thought that one day, that one night outside would lead to light bulbs and cars that run electricity and cameras and internet and you know,
amazing.
Yeah,
that's good. No, I like that.
Yeah. That's
also
super cool. Yeah. 3
for
similar picks. That's really awesome. Let's see what we have. And let's see what your number 1 is.
My number 1 is the signing of the United States Constitution. I think that'd be pretty cool. Right? I mean, how cool is that? That would be, I mean, the birth of our country. And, I mean, it's just cool.
You know, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the Constitution or Declaration of Independence, but I just thought, you know what, the Declaration of Independence was such a monumental, like, it was just basically a letter where we told England to go F themselves. And it led to so much, and without it being properly worded, without it being the way it was, but the Constitution, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I went Constitution because I just picture all of these people, you know, in Continental Congress, like fighting and how are we going to do this, how are we going to do that, you know, and to think about those, you know, those men so long ago setting up the rules and regulations for our whole country that we still live by today.
I mean, there have been some alterations.
Sure, here and there, but I mean, for the most part, my God, we live by the same guidelines these guys chatted about, like, for how long?
And they were just, and what they did, you know, with the Declaration of Independence, with the Constitution, like, begat a nation.
Right.
Out of just pure, like, you know what? We're done with this British BS.
So what's the better way? Or what's a better way?
Right. And you know, they strived. Another thing that I wanted to put on my list was George Washington being sworn in as president.
Yeah, that would have been cool too.
Or, you know, even George Washington. George Washington could have been a king.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was so loved by the people. He was so loved by Congress and by everybody. But he didn't want to be president.
Right.
You know, so, I mean, it's just an interesting time of our lives, or of our country's life.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's really cool. Have you seen the U.S. Constitution at the Smithsonian?
Yes.
When I went, the documents wing was closed.
No.
Yeah. But I had copies of both of those up on my wall when I was a kid.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird, but I also had a Lee Harvey Oswald wanted poster on my wall. We went
Pretty needs one of those.
We went to I fell in love with history at the Henry Ford Museum.
Right. Yeah, all those like parchment documents.
And they had those parchment documents, and I loved them, so I put them up on my wall.
Yeah.
I just thought they were the coolest thing. I was like, I got a copy of the Constitution. Yeah.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You can get that pressed into a penny now somewhere. You know that, right?
Yeah. I love it. I want to actually go and get another copy because I actually came across a copy a couple summers ago and read it to my kid's baby. My friends had a baby, and I was helping one of them, and was kind of babysitting, and I read her the Constitution. Right. So
perfect.
Not all of it, just parts of it.
The important parts.
The important parts. I also read the Declaration of Independence because, well, you know, I feel like every kid needs to know that.
Well, you're born in America. You gotta know.
Right. Yeah.
I'm good.
That's an awesome list.
It's pretty awesome.
Outside of the Muppets and the moon landing, a lot of similar.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to pick Challenger.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was another thing that, you know, really kind of... So that would have... Had I picked that, we would have had, like, 5 really similar...
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. This was
cool.
a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like this
I am
one,
excited. Too. So, Miss Emily...
Yes?
Next week.
Holy smokes, next week.
What are we going to talk about?
The pressure. I mean, I feel bad. We're coming off of a good one.
We are coming off of a really good one.
What are we gonna do?
No arguments.
I know. It's good.
No
agreement.
I have not.
Oh, I got a good one. Okay.
All right.
So what if we each take $5?
Okay.
Go to the dollar store.
Okay.
Or any multiple dollar stores. I don't care. And find the 5 craziest, wackiest things you can buy at a dollar store for $1.
So 5 random dollar store items. Yeah, like the 5 most random things we can find at a dollar store.
Like random, crazy, whatever.
All right, I like that.
All right, cool.
Like not useful, but just like random.
Yeah, like oh my god, why is it at the dollar store?
One-eyed teddy bears or stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. That's gonna be fun.
I think
that is going to be a lot of fun. So tune in next week when
we'll be sticking items on our list. How are we gonna do that?
Well,
we'll work on logistics. We got 7 days.
That's why we have a producer.
Right.
Or may have I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, wow, this was a good list.
Yeah, I loved it. That was super fun.
Let us know what you think. Obviously, these are some amazing events in history, and
what did we forget? We gotta have forgotten something, right?
They all kind of tied into each other.
Yeah. I
like that we didn't pick the same things, but we picked very...
I'm so psyched that we both had this one.
That's really cool. Like, this is just a great list.
Yeah,
so this has been a fun night. Appreciate you guys watching. We will see you next week, and we're going to do 5 random dollar store items, which will be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Remember, like us on the Facebook,
Twitter,
tweet us, leave your comments, give us some more ideas. We can do some more ideas. We are running dangerously thin, as you can see. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
History!